Hello, everyone. This is Crustomania, and welcome to the week 4 recap selling video. So, this video, I wanted to say that I made 2 sales this week. Now, again, it's a double-edged sword for these sales because these 2 sales were really big learning points for me, and it will also span into the week 5 video because I may do more explaining in the week 5 video, or I may make a separate video based on what I learned for shipping cards with plain white envelopes. But to get to the point, the first sale this week was the Zia Aura V-Star. This sale I did not expect to go down or happen. I was really surprised. One morning I woke up and, like the last Duskanor tag team with Trevenant, I didn't expect this card to be sold. Next thing I knew, like, this card was sold. Every single time I don't check eBay, a card sells, so I don't know, maybe I need to stop checking eBay, but this card sold, and this was the first card that I shipped in a plain white envelope. As you can see from the video, the conditioning of this card was nice, as it was shown in the previous video. But what I learned from this was basically when I sent this card out at the post office, when I brought it down there, I wasn't sure if this card was over an ounce, and when I actually asked the representative at the USPS, or United States Postal Service, they said that it was 1 ounce and that 1 forever stamp was needed. So they asked me what was inside. I said what was inside. They said, oh, it should be fine. So for this card, I shipped it, but I realized I didn't have shipping. So I sent a picture to the buyer of the letter before I shipped it out, just so they knew what to look for. But that still doesn't have a tracking number, so that was something for me to learn. And I overestimated the weight of the letter, so I gave him a little bit of the refund for the stamp back, just as a ethical thing for me to do. And then the second card later that week that sold was the Professor's Research Pokemon Go card. Now, I was really surprised that this one sold because nobody was really looking at it per se. I mean, the card was in really great shape, but I'd seen a couple views on eBay. But again, like, I remember I went walking around my neighborhood in the morning, and then I got back and checked my phone, and then it was already sold, which I was like, I swear I didn't check eBay for like 20-30 minutes at the most, maybe like 15 at the least. So just within that short span of time, someone bought the card. I'm like, I swear I need to stop checking eBay. But this card was really in nice condition as well, sent it also in a plain white envelope. And this time when I sent it at the USPS Postal Service, there was a different representative there, and they felt the envelope, and I just wanted to make sure and double check that, you know, the envelope was of the weight that I said. And they weighed it, and they said, oh, there's a card in here. There's actually a special stamp that you need, because if you just use a forever stamp, the way that the envelope goes through the processor, the top loader with the card shoots out of the envelope. I'm like, oh, okay. So there's a special stamp that I had to get, so I lost a little bit there because I had to pay extra for the stamp, because it categorized it as a 1 pound stamp because it goes flat instead of sideways through the machine. So I had to pay extra cents. So that was just something I didn't know, and I was a little bit worried with the first purchase for the Zia Aura, just because I wasn't sure how that one went through, since that one went through the normal way of a regular envelope, not knowing there's a flat envelope. But those are the only 2 cards that I sold this week. Pretty much profits were the same as how much I made for the Duskanor and Trevenant tag team card. Literally almost the same. They were both pennies on the dollar. So it was a good learning point for me to learn for the shipping plain white envelopes. I'll touch on this in a future video, but what I did learn recently from making this video is that eBay has their own system for plain white envelopes, and the shipping is through them. There's limited tracking if you're within their guidelines, which I could maybe go over briefly in another video. There are a couple of videos that I watch personally just to double check and make sure, and then I also called a eBay representative earlier in the day from me recording this video today to confirm with them what the actual eBay standard envelope conditions were and all the shipping stuff. So it sounds pretty good, and I probably will go with that in the future, but I just wanted to mention that. If you guys are interested, I might make a video, but if I don't hear feedback, I still might make a video because it's very interesting information that I didn't know about starting. But overall, this was a really good plain white envelope introduction for me for shipping. So this is a little bit longer for a video, but I just wanted to kind of hammer out the details of what I learned from this week in terms of shipping, trading cards, and just overall the plain white envelope and stuff like that. So there'll be a lot of loop footage in this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was just happy to make 2 sales, even if it was almost as much as the last week's sale, which is like less than $1. I was still happy at least to get the experience in shipping those cards out. So anyways, hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.